Welcome back to Bull Sessions here on 680 KFEQ. Here's your hosts, Randy Baker and agronomist Brad Law.
We're back again, Brad.
Yeah, we got us a nice guest, Dawn with the Ag Hall of Fame.
I know it. I can't wait to go down there.
You better.
I'm
and you
going
need
to.
You need to take Grammy and the kids
Yep.
and go down there and
I'm going to do it.
and then you need to take them out to eat and let Grammy go shopping while
I'm
you watch
afraid
the
to
kids.
go out and eat after your description on your list this morning. I mean,
Hey.
we got hot ketchup and we don't have enough French fries and we don't have a bun on the bottom and one patty instead of two.
If you're wanting to know what Randy's talking about and you missed the first segment, flip on over to YouTube and you can check it out. We've got our whole channel set up with all of our past episodes. It will be on our Will Cross Bull Sessions YouTube page. And you can see each segment's listed out. And this one will be about the Ag Hall of Fame. And first segment will be my list of annoyances when going out to eat. Maybe you want more bull and you need to go to our Facebook page where we release a Bean of the Week, a Throwback Thursday. We put when our show's going to be on air and try to promote it. And if I see anything cool, we share some interesting links. Just all sorts of bull for
At
you.
willcross.net, too. You can...
Oh, yes. Our email, bull@willcross.net.
Phone number? If we got
Our
a phone
number, it is 535-444. So maybe you have a lady in ag you want to promote, Randy.
It's 660-535.
Yes, 660.
Bradley, do it right.
535-444.
Okay. Take care of business now. See, this is why you don't get paid. You understand? Okay, I got serious business here to take care of.
Yes, Lady in Ag.
Lady in Ag, and it's a wonderful, wonderful thing. I'm proud to do this here on Bull Sessions, is recognize our ladies in Ag, which is our wives, farm wives and everything. You remember... A few weeks ago, we had Leroy Shatto from the Shatto Dairy.
Yes, I believe Miles got like a gallon of milk from him that he took home.
He did.
That was good.
He brought curds in. He brought all kinds of stuff, and it didn't last long. But Barb Shatto, we didn't get to talk much about her. You know, that is an awesome thing they've got going on out there.
Well, they say behind every great man, there's a great woman.
I agree. You know Megan's listening now.
I know.
Right? That's why you're saying that. But we want
love you, baby.
We want to recognize Barb too. You know, Leroy does a wonderful job, but Barb does too. I've called out there before, called her, and she'll answer the phone. She's out of breath. She's chasing cows or she's doing something.
She was bringing cows up. And
they're all doing something out there all the time.
and Randy, we don't chase cows. We work with cows, okay?
Well, why was she running?
She was working
she was
to
out
get
of breath.
ahead of them, or she was working to open a gate for them.
Leroy says she's the boss, so maybe she was hollering at everybody else to get the cows in. I don't know. You know, that is a special deal they got going on out there, and how, you know, they've been recognized by the president of the United States, George Bush. Could you imagine getting a call from him?
That'd be pretty cool.
What would you do? I can't imagine him even thinking about that. But, you know, Barb's actually been involved in that dairy her whole life. Her dad and Leroy milked together back in the early days. They did. They started it way back, like Leroy was saying. And Barb has said, too, they, you know, their dairy farms... When I was a kid around here, about everybody had a few cows they was milking. And, of course, economics and so forth went away. I mean, I just admire that, you know, that ingenuity they had. It was genius what they come up with. And it's still flourishing. You know, they're selling eggs off of those trucks now and meat, and it's been a big deal. But we wanted to get Barb involved there. You know, I mean, showcase her as well, because she's highly important.
Yep. And once again, on that YouTube, if you want to go back and see when Leroy was on our show,
it was a good show.
Good show. You can check that out. And but we've got us an awesome lady here on the phone today. We have Dawn.
Dawn, she's with the National Agricultural Center and Hall of Fame in Bonner Springs, Kansas. She's a lady in ag, too, we want to showcase. So, Dawn, are you still with us?
I am. I'm right here.
Good.
That was a wonderful, wonderful story about your lady in agriculture. I love that piece.
Did you like that? We tried to do that every week. We focus on the farmer later on. We're just trying here at Bull Sessions to recognize people in this business that is so vitally important. We're only 2% of our nation is actually farming and feeding us and the rest of the world as well. So, they need a pat on the back. They need to be told they're doing a wonderful job like they are, and it's still a family, primarily family-run deal. So we like to highlight that.
Yes, definitely. At the Ag Hall, we make a point of making our farmers human, because human beings bring the food to our table.
You bet.
And it seems like the grocer and the butcher at the meat shop bring the food to our table, and in part they do.
Yep.
But we try to tell the rest of the story. That's what we were asked to do 50-some years ago, and we're trying desperately to do just that. And we're moving towards doing that in more modern ways. And one of the modern ways, you had asked me earlier during a break about our 4-H day camp. And not everybody knows about 4-H unless, it's a great rural children, youth program, education program. And they've expanded it to include suburban and urban kids. And so we sit in a beautiful field on 160 acres on the prairie outside of Kansas City.
Right.
And so we bring Kansas City kids in, and we turn them into 4-Hers. They do a live project. They have camp all summer long at our, not just a day camp. They don't spend the night out there on the lone prairie, but they do have chickens that they take to the fair, and they get to experience taking a live animal to the fair, caring for it. They get to choose other projects, too. They can do photography, that kind of thing. But
Really?
It introduces kids that wouldn't know about 4-H and the great program that it is. And then our goal of doing this is to rotate them over into community clubs. So last year, 73% of our kids went over to community clubs. So we're pretty proud of that. And this year we're going to chug on through and have it June 5th through August 6th. So we're trying to make sure that those that don't live on the farm anymore know where the great product like the dairy comes from, and the beef and the pork and
Isn't
the
that
chickens
fantastic?
and all of that.
That is a fantastic purpose you're serving, because that's what we're trying to do here, too, as well as help our farmers, with all this, everything, from insurances and all kinds of stuff.
Well, you're talking about the Barnyard Babies Family Festival, and one of the lists was Meet the Farmer. So that kind of works in to connect that. Do you bring in local farmers, or how are you? Tell me more about that Meet the Farmer segment.
We definitely bring in local farmers, and that's the tent sponsored by our local farm bureau.
Wow, good.
Wonderful partners of ours, and I'm sure yours. And they bring in local farmers of varied backgrounds and what they do. I find it fascinating. Of course, we've got a corn farmer there, and we've got some implements there and a corn trough filled with corn for the kids to dig in. But we also have a lady and her husband who grow basil.
Really?
Who only grow basil in big greenhouses, and they provide fresh basil to almost every single grocery in the Kansas City metro.
Whoa.
So thinking about farmers in every way possible, not just what we sometimes think of in our textbook of soybean or corn farming in our area.
Basil. Yeah.
I did not know
I
there's
love basil, so I'm glad she grows it fresh for us.
That is neat.
Are you going to start growing basil, Bradley?
No.
I saw a sesame seed field one time in Oklahoma.
I saw some pictures of those, too, on the internet.
Yeah, and it's all agriculture. It doesn't have to be, like Dawn said, it doesn't have to be just corn and beans. It's
there's a restaurant that specializes with sesame seed buns, Randy. You want to go there for lunch?
Don Miles's favorite bean is coffee beans. He's going to start farming coffee beans, I think, here in St. Joe.
He may have to move south, but
A little?
I appreciate those coffee bean farmers.
I do too.
I haven't. I got the. I'm going to do it hydroponically in the basement. So.
Oddly, last summer we had a large contingency of coffee bean farmers from South America who were touring Kansas City and farms up this direction, not coffee, but other types of farms, and they came to the Ag Hall of Fame. They knew about the National Ag Hall of Fame. We get a lot of international visitors that have known about us. We've been around a long time, so it always fascinates me when people from overseas or from a different country come and visit us. And the coffee fellas, I complimented them on their wonderful coffee.
Really? That is cool that you're recognized. What do you do to advertise?
Well, just we have gone through, as many times when you reach middle age, with a little bit of a life style crisis, and exactly who are we and how we should present ourselves, a new haircut, new car, and all that. So the Ag Hall of Fame, when it turned 50, took a step back and looked at how we're telling the message, how we're educating people, and it's a little dated. So we have done a 2-year visioning and strategic planning that is coming to fruition with some new exhibits that are actually being built as we speak that will be open next April in 2018. And so we're not doing a lot of advertising, is my point.
Mm-hmm. Okay, can we talk some more about that? We've got to cut out of here again for another short little commercial break. We'll have Focus on the Farmer coming up here.
Are you going to tell me who it is?
Not yet.
You're not going to tell me?
Dawn knows who Dawn knows who it is.
Okay.
Anyway, when we come back to more Bull Sessions here on 680 KFEQ.